Welcome back to Maniachi, and we're in Amsterdam. And you can see at my back, it's the Amsterdam Exchange or Stocks Exchange, which is the oldest stocks exchange in the world, in the planet. Yes, and that is why this week we will be discussing IPO or initial public offering.
Bago tayo magsimula, gusto ko lang i-share sa inyo yung mga Pilipino na na-meet namin sa Amsterdam.
Ano pong meron dito?
Ay, video po ba yan? Namimigay po tayo ng ayuda para sa mga Filipino na nawalan ng trabaho dahil sa COVID-19 pandemic. Tulong po ito para sa mga kababayan nating Filipino sa Amsterdam.
Kahit saan talaga tayo mapadpad ng mga Pilipino, tayo ay matulungin at mapagbigay. Salamat at kudos to Filipino LGBT in Europe.
Hi everyone! Welcome back to Money and Chi. Today, ang pag-uusapan natin is about IPO. So first, ano ba yung IPO? IPO is Initial Public Offering. When you say Initial Public Offering, ito yung first time na i-offer sa public yung stocks ng isang company. Kasi there's two types of companies, the privately owned and the publicly owned company. So, when it's private or public, anong difference niya? Parang artista, di ba? Pag artista ka, the public knows you. So, meron kang responsibilidad sa public na linawan yung mga chismis, ganyan. So, kapag privately owned company ka, wala kang responsibilidad sa public na linawan yung mga chismis na yan, yung earnings mo, magkano ba yung kinikita mo, magkano ba yung cost mo, ano ba yung mga dinidisclose mo as a company. So, yun yung mga things na kailangan dinidisclose mo kasi public people owns you. You have the responsibility. So, yun yung difference. Bakit mag-IPO ang isang company? Mag-IPO ka kasi you need funding, diba? In accounting, there's a ratio that's called debt-equity ratio. So, ito yung kung ilang percentage yung pinasok mo as an owner's equity, at ilang percentage naman yung source mo of fund as debt or utang. Kasi sa company, kapag nagtatayo ka ng isang company or business, dalawa lang naman yung pwede mong pagkunan ng pera, diba? Yung galing sa sarili mong pera or owner's equity at yung utang. So, ang IPO or stocks, ito ay tinatawag na usually, ito yung equities. Ikaw yung may-ari. So, that's why we always tell you, if you buy IPO, you have to analyze it very well. You have to check the company very well kasi magiging owner ka. Isa kang owner. Owner's equity yun. That's the reason why you always have to check kung ano ba yung business ng company that you will buy stocks. Very important yon. What else? So, ganito lang yan. Pag nag-IPO ka, kunyari, nasa stage ka, tapos sinasabi mo, ito yung mga projects na gusto kong gawin. Pero kasi, walang bangkong magpapautang sa akin ng ganitong kalaki. So, kailangan ko maglabas ng sarili kong pera. Pero, hindi enough yung pera ko. So, kailangan ko ng ibang partners, kagaya nyo, para bumili ng stocks at maging co-owner ko ng company na to. At dahil public siya, kahit sino pwede. Yun yun. So, kunyari, marami kayo dyan. So, tatanungin kita. Ikaw, gusto mo ba maging partner ko? Ganyan. Gusto mo ba maging owner? Ganyan. So, dahil mahirap naman na araw-araw magtanungan tayo, kaya meron tayong market, diba? That's why everything is online now. You can check it. You can buy it all the time na buy and sell online na lang, diba? Tapos, yung mga stockbrokers, before, nung wala pa yung mga online stockbroker na yan, ginagawa nila yan through phone, diba? So, ikaw, bilang buyer, tatawag ka sa broker, sabihin mo, gusto ko bumili ng ganitong stocks. Sila naman, maghahanap ng ibang broker na nagbebenta. So, yun yung ginagawa nila before. But now, dahil online na tayo, so, i-click mo lang, lalabas na sa system, tapos, automatically, magmamatch na yung mga buy and sell natin. So, yun na yung public, diba? So, ayun, usually, nag-IPO ang company because they need funding from the public to raise capital for their projects para maging mas malaki sila for their growth, for their expansion. So, yun yung reasons nila. okay yun, di ba? Kasi, pagka nag-grow ka, may potential ka na kumita na mas malaki. And because sinishare nila yan sa public, ibig sabihin, yung public has the chance to gain as well, aside from them. Another thing that you usually do that for is, kasi syempre kapag ka nag-start ka ng business, one of the hardest thing to do for your business is to start your business, diba? You collect clients, you increase the size of your business. So that alone is super hard, and you're kind of paying that company for the hard work that they did in the beginning, na hindi ka naman naging part nun. So kasama yon, premium yon. They deserve that. That's why, kung mapapansin nyo, yung iba naman, aside from yung source of fund, diba, yung iba napupunta dun sa owners, yung sa secondary shares. And that's normal. That's what Facebook did, Amazon. Alam niyo yun, syempre kasi pinaghirapan mo yun eh. Ba't ka ba nag-start ng business, diba? Sometimes you want to liquidate, diba? Makakuha ka naman ng pera kasi once it's in the business, usually it revolves, diba? Hindi naman siya nakukuha mo kaagad palagi yung dividend. Usually, nire-retained earnings mo siya or pinapaikot mo siya para pa lumaki pa siya ng lumaki. So, the way for you to gain money from it is to actually sell some shares. So, yun. So, kahit sino ba pwedeng mag-IPO na company? Honestly, if your company is qualified, then you can. But usually, it requires a huge amount of capital. Like, for example, yung SME board nila, which is small, medium, pero ang capital requirement is 100 million pesos. So, kung yung business mo is ganun kalaki, then you're eligible to apply. And there's a lot of requirements as well. And aside from those requirements, napakahirap din niya in sense na marami kang requirements na kailangang i-submit quarterly dahil nga napag-usapan natin kanina, maraming disclosures, marami kang responsibility sa mga public, sa lahat, diba? So, usually, kailangan hire ng panibagong mga employees. Kunyari, investor relations, yun ang tawag doon. So, investor relations kasi sila yung magmamanage ng mga investors. Kung may tanong ka, pwede ka tumawag sa companies nila para manghingi ng clarification. Requirement nilang sagutin yon. So, as a shareholder, you have the right to ask and you have the right to be informed. Kaya, if you have questions, punta lang kayo sa website nila, hanapin niyo yung IR or Investor Relations and look for how to communicate with them. You can call them, you can interview them, you can ask them any clarification that you want. It's their responsibility to answer to your questions. What else? So, aside from that, they have to have compliance. So, ito yung mga compliance. So, si PSE, nagbibigay yan ng isang malaking booklet. Nakakita na ako dati nun. Actually, isa yun sa work ko before to prepare all of those disclosures. Hindi naman lahat, kasi may mga questionnaires na hindi ko pwedeng sagutin. Boss ko lang pwede. So yung mga yon, kasama yon, marami yon, makapal yon, and marami kang questionnaire na sasagutin at isasubmit sa kanila. So, napakahirap na magkaroon ng public company. At marami kang requirements, marami kang kailangang gawin, 'di ba? So, hindi lahat ng companies ay willing na maging public. At syempre, hindi naman lahat willing i-disclose yung businesses nila, 'di ba? Yung mga secrets nila, like yung cost nila, yung supplier nila, and everything. Kasi as a public company, you're supposed to do or to share that information as well. What else? Aside from that, napakagastos. Napakamahal magpa-IPO, 'di ba? Kung mapapansin nyo, pag nag-check kayo ng Prospectus, check nyo na lang yung sa Mary Mart kasi doon dinisclose nila kung magkano it.
So, si Mary Mart, para makapag-raise siya ng 1.59 billion pesos, it spent around 123.1 million pesos. Swerte pa nila, hindi yata sila nag-roadshow for this one.
Malaki. So, napakagastos mag-IPO. Minsan mas magastos pa siya kesa sa mangutang ka na lang sa bangko. So, yun yung tinatawag na cost of financing. Meron tayong cost of financing all the time. And aside from that, syempre, kapag nag-IPO ka, hindi na 100% mapupunta sa'yo yung earnings, diba? You have to share that part of your earning dun sa bumili ng mga stocks mo. So, mababawasan siya. Pero at the end of the day, you have more capacity for gearing, for leveraging, mag-loan ka, ganyan. So, maganda rin siya for you as a company. So, it signifies that you're growing, ganyan. One factor that can tell you that the country is growing, the economy is growing, ganyan, is pag maraming nag-IPO. Ibig sabihin, mas maraming lumalaking companies, mas maraming nagkakaroon ng growth potential na companies. Kasi nag-IPO ka lang naman kapag kailangan mo ng additional na funding, di ba? Or kailangan mong bayaran yung utang mo kasi mas mahal siya. So, at the end of the day, it's all about the growth of the company. Kasi you cannot really go to IPO and tell investors to invest on my company without any, alam nyo yun, plan of growth. Kasi usually, ang mga buyers niyan are institutions. So, kung institution yan, hindi naman yan basa-basa bibili lang na, alam nyo yun, walang basa-basa or walang understanding kung ano ba yung plano ng company, di ba? So, that's the reason why if maraming IPO sa ating bansa is mas malaki yung growth potential or mas lumalaki yung mga companies, mas magkakaroon ng maraming jobs, mas maganda yung result niya in the end of the day. At the end of the day. Okay, after mag-IPO, may nagtanong nito, maganda to. Pag after mag-IPO, makakapag-raise ka pa ba ng fund or kikita pa ba yung company after nun? Honestly, once it's in the public, hindi nakikita yung company sa buy and sell mo. Wala na silang commission doon. Ang may commission na lang doon is yung stockbrokers mo. Pero, kikita sila if they buy back those shares and then those shares will be stocks, it will be treasury stocks. Now, if the price of the stocks, kunyari ngayon, di ba, recession, mababa yung mga stocks price. So, bumili sila, nag-buyback sila, pansinin niyo yung mga disclosures nila. Marami sa mga companies nag-buyback ng mga shares nila, and now it's in their treasury stocks. Now, when the prices are up again, they can resell those treasury stocks and then they can gain from those difference. Pero there are some limitations to that. Aside from that, they can also do SRO. What is SRO? It's stocks rights offer. So, ang stocks right offer, para siyang IPO. Parang lang, pero hindi talaga kasi ang IPO, first time sa market. Ipag SRO ka, nasa market ka na, pero mag-open ka or mag-release ka ng new shares. 'Di ba? Pero, bakit siya rights? Ba't siya tinawag na rights? Kasi may karapatan kang i-retain yung percentage ng ownership mo dun sa company na yon. Okay? So, dahil karapatan mo na i-retain yun. So, kunyari, meron kang 1%, ang yaman mo di ba? May 1% ownership ka ng company na yon. Siyempre, ayaw mo naman na lumiit yon. Kasi pagka nag-release sila ng bagong shares, ang tawag doon dilution. Madidilute yung ownership mo. Liliit siya. So, para ma-maintain mo yung 1%, pag nag-release ako ng 1,000 shares, yung 1% na yon na shares, binibigay ko sa'yo as rights mo to buy it para ma-maintain mo yung percentage mo. Okay, ano ba yung 1%? 10. So, 10 shares, you have the right to buy that from me. Diba? I will offer it to you as a rights for you to execute. Ngayon, kung ayaw mo, okay lang sa akin, bumaba yung shares ko, yung percentage ko, instead of 1%, maging 0.9 na lang, ganyan. Wala tayong problema. You can just not execute or not exercise your rights. Yun yung tawag doon. So, syempre, kapag rights offer, usually, kapag yung mga hindi nag-exercise ng rights, now, they have the chance to sell that to the public again. So, ngayon, pwede na bumili yung mga walang shares before. Ganyan. So, now, kunyari, nakapag-decide ka na, alam mo na kung bakit nag-IPO yung company. So, bibili ka ba or hindi? Ano ba yung dapat mong i-check? So, if you haven't watched any of our videos regarding IPO analysis, you can watch the videos. You can see our Trade with She series. We have IPOs there. We have Mary Mart. We have Converge on the making yung second part. And we also have, meron pa ba tayong iba? I think Frutas. And something else. Yeah, I forgot. Anyway, so, after that, kailangan nyo basahin yung Prospectus. 'Diba? Lahat sila required magbigay ng prospectus kasi nandun lahat ng explanation nila kung paano nila gagamitin yung fund, kung bakit nila kailangan to, kung paano sila mag-grow, ano yung mga bagay na kailangan nilang, na gusto nilang i-share sa inyo para mapaniwala kayo na bumili kayo ng ownership sa companies nila. Pagka na-realize nyo na, basahin nyo mabuti. Kung ako sa inyo, kung gusto niyo talaga ng long-term investments, yan, long-term investment, basahin nyo yung buong prospectus. In that way, you will understand the business, you will understand the market, you will understand everything that you need to learn about the business, and you can watch that, you can monitor that, and because you're an owner, di ba? Saka sa owner ng companies na yun. And you deserve to know. You have the right to know. It's your responsibility to learn it as well. Kasi, kunyari, nagkaroon ng major problem. Di kailangan magbenta ka. Pero dahil hindi ka nagbasa ng prospectus, hindi mo alam yung business, hindi mo alam na may isang news pala na sobrang critical. Kunyari, nangyari sa ABS-CBN. Kunyari, bumili ka lang ng shares nila, tapos hindi mo, pinabayaan mo na. Hindi mo naintindihan yung business ng ABS-CBN. So, nung time na nagkakaroon ng gulo, hindi ka pa nagbenta kasi iba yung understanding mo, di ba? So, by that time, you can decide for your investment kasi pera mo yan eh. Owner ka, 'di ba? You have the right, you have the responsibility to decide for your own money kung bibili ka or hindi, 'di ba? Anyways, so yun. Make sure na you understand the prospectus. So ngayon, kunyari alam mo na yung prospectus, naintindihan mo na, gusto mo na talagang bumili ng IPO. The next thing you have to do is to open an account. So, maraming accounts dyan na you can use. Of course, we will not limit naman, di ba? May mga traditional pa rin. You can call them. They can do the trade for you. Pero I think mas malaki yung rate nun or yung charge nila. Kasi syempre, kakausapin mo sila, di ba? Meron silang additional work na gagawin for you, di ba? So, in that case, mas mahal siya ng kahit pa paano. Pero, at the end of the day, you will talk to a broker. You can also hire a fund manager if gusto nyo. Pero, the thing is, you can open an account easily. There are a lot of known online stockbrokers like Call Financials, merong First Metro Sec, BDO Nomura. There are a lot. So, you can just choose whichever you want. Meron ding AAA securities, like that. Pero yun nga, magkakaroon lang sila ng differences like in terms of how much yung start mo to open an account, amount to open an account. So, maraming mga ganon. We can discuss that later on. Kung anong mga stockbrokers na pwede nyong gamitin. But if not, I also have a vlog already about that. You can just watch that as well. What else? Umupo tayo kasi napapagod na ako maglakad. Once na meron na kayong account, stockbroker's account, what happens is that magkakaroon ng stock offering. IPO offering. And usually, it lasts like 3 to 5 days. Depende sa underwriter, sorry. So, they will usually set a date wherein you can get a reservation. Reservation pa lang, guys. Kasi usually, dinadraw yan. Hindi ka basta-basta makakuha lang. Unless, wala masyadong bumili. So, for sure, makakuha ka ng shares, diba? Yun yung tinatawag na subscription. And then, after that, kunyari, marami talagang gustong bumili, ang tawag doon, oversubscription. So, kapag ka-oversubscribe siya, pwede ka pumunta doon sa, usually, yung companies, they will have an oversubscribed number of shares. Pero kapag sumobra pa rin doon, wala na silang choice, kundi mag-draw na lang talaga. Kung sino yung mga kuha. Sortihan na lang yan. And marami yung ganyan dati. I usually, kunyari 20,000 shares, tapos ang mabibigay lang sa 1,000 shares. Kasi, of course, they will prioritize those companies or those buyers na mas malaki yung shares na gustong bilhin. Kasi syempre, mas malaki, mas mabilis ma-fill up. So, yung mga konti lang yung shares na nire-request sa mga hindi institutions, hindi ko na alam kung paano nila dinadraw yan. Pero, draw lots siya. Para siyang lotto or sweepstakes, ganyan. Chos. So, majority of the funds that are being traded in the Philippine Stock Exchange is foreign funds. That's why mas maraming international na bumibili na nakakuha ng shares, 'di ba? Kasi mas malaki yung binibili nila, yung mga funds nila, yung institutions nila. And that's the reason why nagkaroon ng LSI. This is the local small investor. So, ito yung dapat Pinoy ka, 'di ba? Dapat from Philippines ka, local ka, at small lang tayo. Dati, 25,000 lang yung maximum na capital na pwede mong invest dun sa LSI. Pero ngayon, in-increase na nila to 100,000. So, ngayon, pwede ka bumili up to 100,000 worth of shares. Pwede kang bumili. Pero yon pila yon, 'di ba? First come, first serve. Naalala ko pa noon dati, pumipila ako sa TechTite para lang makakuha ng shares, 'di ba? Kasi mahirap nga makakuha dun sa mga draw lots, 1,000 lang yung ibibigay sa'yo. So, nung nag-IPO si SPS, talaga nakapila ako noon. Pero, winner yung gains natin doon. So, guys, yun lang naman for now. I think yun lang naman yung kailangan yung malaman. Once na may ano na kayo, LSI na kayo, make sure na abangan nyo yung date na kung kailan i-offer sa public. Pero if you already have an account, usually they will give naman a notification na offer na, ganyan. Pero if there's some stocks that or IPO that you are really inclined to or you really want to buy, just make sure that you remember those dates kung kailan i-offer sa public so that you can go there, you can go to your stocks brokers, and then you can subscribe para makaroon kayo ng shares already para ma-reserve sa inyo yung shares nyo. Otherwise, medyo wala tayong chance yan. Pero if I were you, also take chance of availing the LSI. Make sure as well if you open an account before the IPO para lang alam nyo, you can already ask your brokers if you can get an LSI through their brokerage account and how. Okay, kasi alam ko kung paano yung K-call financials, but I don't know for other accounts or for other brokers. Pero alam ko yung K-call. So, yung K-call, you can just click it there and then you can go to PSEC. We can have another separate video for that. But for this, medyo mahaba na siya just for IPO. So, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new today while I'm talking and walking at the same time. Sana hindi kayo naguluhan. At sana enough yung jokes natin this time. Pero if not, guys, if you have still questions, please comment it below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and hit the notification button para lagi kayong updated sa ating videos. Yeah, guys, and also don't forget to subscribe to Stocks Ed kasi we will be releasing a free stocks education e-learnings from fundamentals, from the beginning, di ba? Amazing yon. Lalo na sa mga beginners dyan. We will discuss about economic cycle and everything na very relevant right now. And that will really equip you to start trading. Huwag kayo mag-trade without understanding anything. Please be careful with your money. Please be responsible in your investments. Don't just invest because somebody told you that it's a good company to buy. You have to do your own research. You have to do your own analysis. And watching my video is one of those. So thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. And have a great day. Bye.